Good afternoon, everyone. It's Phil Grant with Baird and Warner, welcoming you to another edition of the Real Estate Minute. This is, of course, where we talk about everything that's going on real estate-wise, be it leasing, be it buying, be it selling, be it residential or commercial, really in the hopes of helping you to make a better, more informed decision when real estate matters come up in your world. Now, as always, we do hope that this beautiful June day finds you and your family and your loved ones safe and well and healthy. Today, I thought we would take a quick look at the commercial side of the business. Every month, the National Association of Realtors will bring out its commercial market insights, and I took a look at the most recent, which really covers data through the end of April. I thought we'd talk about it briefly today. As you can see on the old whiteboard behind me, through the end of April, commercial transactions were off by 10%. And commercial pricing was off by 5%. But there is a flip side to that. We'll talk about that in just a second. It also tells us that secondary and tertiary cities are doing better from a commercial standpoint than are the major cities, Chicago, downtown Chicago, downtown New York, downtown LA, that sort of thing. And one of the other highlights it talks about is investors acquiring hotels to turn them into multi-living situations, multi-family situations. So that's kind of an interesting twist there. And when we look at capitalization rates, what we call cap rates, they have trended down a little bit, which means that prices are firming up, which also means that investors are feeling better about the cash flow situations that these properties will generate. Again, keep in mind that the cap rate can, and I underline the word can, indicate a couple of key factors for the investor. Number one, it can indicate a rate of return over a 1-year period. And it can also indicate how long it's going to take to get that property paid off. And again, as you can see on the old whiteboard behind me, I've got some facts and figures up there. As you can see, the office cap rate was 6.6%. Retail came in at 6.5%. Industrial properties, which by far and away are the shining star right now, came in at 5.9%. Investors are really, really high on industrial space, especially warehouse space. So again, the cap rate there being a little bit lower at 5.9%, meaning that the prices are higher. Apartments coming in at 5%, again, multifamily being a little bit more stable. And then as you can see down at the bottom, as we talked about, hotels coming in at an 8.6 cap rate. And again, that is because of the repurposing, really, of what they plan to do with those buildings. I think we're going to start seeing that, from what I understand and what I've been reading, also where malls are considered. We could start seeing malls turned into mixed-use environments where you're going to find residential space and you are also going to find retail space as well. So that's kind of an interesting fact there. A couple of more interesting facts, I think, if we look at the macroeconomic situation that we're in. 18% of the workforce is still working from home. Obviously, this has a huge impact, especially in the office environment. On the bright side, 54% of small businesses are operating at a higher capacity in April as we move along and transition out of this pandemic. So again, we are getting back to some sense of normalcy there. On the downside, inflation did surge in April. Actually, it was up, according to this report, 4.2% in April. And that is a factor. If you have gone to the grocery store lately, if you've gone to the gas station, if you've tried to buy a vehicle lately, or even a house, you can tell that inflation has come into play there. So we have to kind of factor that in. Again, going back to the macro look, 14.1 million jobs created from May 2020 through April of 2021, 14.1 million, leaving us 8.2 million shy of where we were pre-pandemic stage. So again, when we look at commercial real estate, when we look at investing in commercial real estate, which I still think is a very, very solid play if you buy the right property, We need to take all those factors into account. A couple of bright points. Again, apartment sales, transactions from January through April of 2021 are up 5% over a year ago. That's, again, multifamily apartment sales. And industrial, as I said, that being the shining star in the commercial world. Acquisitions increased 66% in April alone, as again, investors showed their really willingness to buy warehouse space and flex space. So very, very, very good indicators there. So again, the commercial real estate world, a very, very interesting environment to work in. I really, really get a great kick out of it. I really love dealing again with our local business people, and we take especially good care of them, as we do of all of our clients. But so again, if you have industrial space that needs to get sold or leased, great time to do that. If you have multifamily, again, very, very good time there. Even if you've got retail space, office space, that business is not totally dead, don't get me wrong. We are still leasing retail space, we're still leasing office space. The pace has obviously slowed a little bit because of the pandemic. But again, reach out to the old real estate problem solver at 815-788-2198 for your commercial needs. We would be more than happy to sit down and talk with you and get your job done. Stay well, stay safe. Thanks for taking a minute to watch. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.